Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Designer Future podcast. Got a very special guest on today. Please go ahead and introduce yourself for me, man.
Hello, everyone. Hello, I'm Alessandro, and I'm the founder of the Growth Academy on YouTube, in case you don't know my YouTube channel. And I basically teach people how to find clients, private and remote clients, and how to quit their 9-to-5 job and start being real entrepreneurs.
Wicked, cool. So yeah, just to give me a little bit more of a breakdown, you just told me, and that's actually the first time I sort of knew, we actually met in a Facebook group. So I always love these first initial ones because it's also me getting to know the guest as well. So you just told me a little bit about yourself in terms of that you've moved around a little bit. Talk to me a little bit about that and how what you're doing now, as I'm guessing, has allowed you to have that freedom as well.
Yeah, this is a story that I tell a lot on my YouTube channel, and my followers know by heart. But I'm gonna repeat it for the people that may not heard it. So I used to work in a 9-to-5 job I work as in a 9-to-5 for a long time, and with a long time I think more than 10 years. And as we were talking before starting this interview, I lived a long part of my life in London, and I was working there as a graphic designer. But everyone who lives in a big metropolis, they know that it's really tough to live there, and it's really crowded, it's really busy, you don't have time to do anything. It's a mess, it's really a mess. So I lived there for a while. I was working, I was earning pretty well. I couldn't complain about my salary, but the thing is that I didn't have time for anything. I didn't have time to travel. I didn't have time to go back to Italy, because I'm from Italy, as everyone got right now from my accent. But I didn't have time to visit my family or traveling around, or, I didn't have the flexibility. And this is the thing that I was looking for more than money or success or successful business. I was looking for flexibility. This was the thing that I wanted. So I thought, you know what, I worked in the past as an entrepreneur, a little in the past. So I thought, you know what, I want to try to work just as an entrepreneur and start working with clients, remote clients. And if I start working with remote clients, at the end, I can work wherever I want, whenever I want. I can pick the clients I want to work with, and I will find the flexibility that I don't have right now. And little by little, I started working, and then the rest of the time, there was a really short time when I was getting home from the office. I was looking for clients, and when I found a client, I was working with this client in my spare time. So the first year that I was doing this was really chaotic and really tough, because I have to work 8 hours in office, and then 1 hour of commuting, going back home. And then when I arrived home, I had to stay again in front of the computer and start working with my clients. 1 year like this, and it was a hell. It was a total hell, because I didn't have, it was really, really tough. I just wanted to go back home and relax, but I couldn't do that. I had to start working with clients, finding clients. And my goal was to replace my salary, my office salary, with my clients. This was my goal. And then I thought, when I'm gonna reach this goal, I'm gonna quit my job and I will work just with my clients. And it took me 1 year. I did a lot of mistakes. It was like an up and down. It was a total roller coaster to reach to that situation that I wanted. But yeah, at the end, I realized that it's not that easy to find clients remotely, because if you do that, you try to find clients that are everywhere, basically everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. Instead, if I have to find a job in London, for example, it's a specific area, it's a closed area. So I will have to fight with a lot of other people that want the same job. So I will have a lot of competition, and I don't have all the positions that I will have if I start looking everywhere, right? And I realized this thing that I didn't get before. I didn't get the fact that it's a lot easier to find a remote job than normal job in your city or in your area. Mm-hmm. And this is basically what I teach right now. This is what I did for a while, working with clients. And then while I was working with clients, I created my online business. And now I'm teaching people how to do the same thing that I did in the past.
Amazing, man. Amazing. Well, with that sort of being said, what sort of motivates you now? Now you're at that point, so you've sort of got that, freedom to travel where you want, to work where you want. What's sort of motivating you now to basically progress what you've been doing?
Well, what I'm doing right now is trying to automate my business. This is what I'm working on right now. I'm really honest and I'm really clear with what I'm doing. So I always try to talk with my followers and students and whoever watch my videos and telling what's actually going on in my business. I don't want to be the kind of person saying I have the perfect situation, I'm making 6 figures per month, these kind of things. No, I reached the point that I wanted. So I'm totally flexible. I reached my freedom, personal and financial. But the thing that I want right now is to automate what I created and focus on other things. And what I'm trying to automating right now is my online courses, I have a membership website, I do coaching one-to-one or in group. I'm trying to automate the entire thing in order to, find another way to get income and find another way to make my business bigger. So this is what I'm working right now.
Amazing. So one question I like to ask is, if I was to sneak into your house tonight, imagine, right, and I was to go into your phone and I was to delete 3 apps, what would those 3 apps be that you seriously couldn't live without?
Couldn't live without. Well, we met on Facebook, and I use a lot Facebook to get in touch with other people and create connections. And I have a Facebook group that is a main element of my business at the end. I have a lot of things. I have a Facebook group. I have my YouTube channel. I have many things, but I think that one of the things that made me grow the most was my Facebook group and was my Facebook connections. Because through Facebook, you can reach out to everyone. And this is the reason why we are having this interview. This is the reason why I had interviews on my channel for a while with a lot of people. I mean, it's a great tool to reach out to people, Facebook, for now. So I can't live without that for now for my business. I really like it. And I learned along the years to use it in a productive way instead of being just, something that distracts you and make you waste time. So I think that Facebook is one. Something else, well, I use Slack I have a Slack group as well, and I use that for my business as well. So I would keep that. And I think that those 2 are the most important apps that I have on my mobile. And other thing that I'm working on at the moment is to grow my Instagram profile, because I didn't push that thing too much, and I'm trying to make it grow a little. So yeah, I would say Facebook and Slack.
Okay, cool. Wicked. Today's podcast is brought to you by Lead Pages. Lead Pages is the application I use to create all of my landing pages and websites for myself and all of my clients. At the moment, you can get a free 14-day trial by clicking the first link in the description. So the next question I'd like to go on to is, obviously, like you said, you've been in the entrepreneurial space a while. Do you ever read any books? And if so, is there one particular book that stands out? Let's imagine someone's gone onto YouTube and they've typed in, how to make money online, and this is the first video they've seen.
Mm-hmm. If I would have to suggest a book, it wouldn't be a book that every entrepreneur would think about, because there are so many books there about growth, about creating an online business, about many things. I think that the book that helped me the most in my journey is not about business, it's not about growth, it's about meditation. So it's a little different from what people may think. Like, I read this book that is called, now I don't remember the exact title, but it's about mindfulness at the end.
Sure.
So maybe later when you're going to put the video on your channel, you can put the link there that for people to check it out, because I will remember the right title. And this book is structured it's like a step-by-step method to learn how to use mindfulness in your life. And, I did a lot of meditation in the past. I don't know if you know Vipassana, that is a meditation technique that comes from Buddhism. And I did that in the past. So I wasn't completely new with meditation and mindfulness. But when I read that book, everything kind of changed, because that book is a step-by-step method. So it tells you every single week what you have to do to learn how to use mindfulness and meditation in your life. And I think that for people like us doing what we do, I think that it's really important to be balanced in our mind. It's one of the most important things. You can know a lot of things, you can know a lot of techniques, you can know everything, like how to create funnels, how to grow an email list, how to get in touch with people on social media and grow your audience and everything. But if you are not prepared here, nothing is going to work. Because this journey, as I was saying before, is up and down. It's going well. One day it's going well, and the other day you are on the ground. And then it's going well again, and then you're on the ground again. So you have to be really motivated, really balanced, and you have to understand that you have to. It's about the journey. At the end, I know that is something that looks like I don't know, something that people hear and listen a lot of times, but it's about the journey. It's not about reaching the goal or reaching your objective. Is about the journey. It's the journey that is really addicting in some way, because you need to know that some days you're going to feel like shit because nothing is working. But then you know that if you keep working and you're consistent, you're motivated, and you're following the process, you know that at the end you will get results. Like, it's a matter of time if you do things that are correct. It's a matter of time, but you need to be prepared, because it's not that easy. Even if you have the entire method there and you know that it's going to work, you need to be prepared, but because there will be days that will be tough, and you have to be balanced for those days.
For sure, for sure. With balance in mind, one thing I'd love to know is what does it look like in terms of how you used to be before, where you was working your 9 to 5, you was coming home and you was sitting at your laptop continuously, either doing outreach or working on your, like your freelance clients accounts, to what it looks like now. So are you spending more time on it now that you've got the time available, or have you sort of cut that down?
Yeah, I cut down the clients I'm working with. At the beginning, I was working with a lot of clients, and when you work just with clients, it's gonna get a little. Your time is gonna be reduced a lot, and you will have a crowded schedule, because at the beginning I was working with clients one-on-one, one-to-one. So I was teaching them, I was following them, the kind of coaching method. And it's good at the beginning to start, but then I wanted to do half and half, like half of my time working with clients and half of my time creating my business, creating my website, my YouTube channel, and all the rest. So now I switched from 50-50 to 100% on my business. Now I created online courses that I'm selling. So this is how I teach the students at the moment. I do some one-to-one, but really rarely at the moment. Just when I have people, I do a big, like, I try to select people. This is the thing that I wasn't doing before, but now I'm doing it a lot, because I know that there are people that are ready for that, and there are people that are not ready yet. So I select a lot of the people. Right now I'm following just one person, for example. In the past I was following 10 people in a month. Now I'm following one person, and all the rest of my time is just I put my energy on my business, and I have a lot of things to do there. As I told you, I'm trying to automate everything, and it takes a lot of time. So that's how it changed the part where I put my time.
Amazing. So as a YouTuber myself, I'm always intrigued to see, why other people have created YouTube channels. So like, yes, you was obviously doing your online coaching, yeah, you're making your online courses, but what made you sort of want to get on YouTube as well?
Yeah, it's a good question. Actually, I don't know. Many people ask me this question. I don't remember. I think that like everyone, I was watching videos on YouTube, and I realized there were people doing having channels to teach you how to create a channel on YouTube.
Yeah.
And in the past, I had another business and I created a podcast and it was going really well. I loved that. Then I closed that business and I started my new business, the one that I'm in right now. And I decided to change to not create a podcast, but create a YouTube channel for, I don't remember the reason, maybe because I didn't do it in the past and I wanted to try something new. But I saw how easy it was to grow a podcast, and I thought that with videos it was even easier. I think that I thought that.
Sure.
And I'm always passionate about learning new things. So I never had a YouTube channel before the one that I have right now, and I wanted to learn another new thing. So I decided, you know what, this time I'm gonna choose YouTube instead of podcasts. And at the end, it's working pretty well.
Cool. And yeah, so obviously you said it was working pretty well, but how are you sort of utilizing YouTube now within the coaching business?
Well, I have in different ways at the end. Like I have content upgrade on almost every video that I have. So every time you watch my video, you need to know that sooner or later there will be a call to action to download something, to get a PDF, to watch video series. There is always a content upgrade on each one of my videos. And my YouTube channel now is like an evergreen funnel that works automatically. I don't have to do anything there. And every day I get subscribers to my email list without doing anything, just with the work that I did in the past. So this is something that I say to everyone who wants to start a YouTube channel. Just create your videos in two parts. Create the main video, but then always create an optional part that people can download or watch or visit, just leaving their email address. Because now, I don't know how many videos I have on my YouTube channel, but every day I get subscribers from videos that I created even 2 years ago. So you never know. So that's one way I use my YouTube channel. The other way instead is when I'm launching, for example, I use my YouTube channel as something to push my launch and to push people to buy. And I do that creating YouTube lives, for example, or I create challenges on my YouTube channel when I'm launching. So I'm using it in two ways: in a passive way with content upgrades, and in an active way when I launch.
Wicked, cool. Really, really good information in there. The next thing I'd like to ask is, do you use cold email at all?
No, I don't think so. Maybe at the beginning, but no, I do more cold messaging on Facebook is what I do. I don't use cold emails. I used cold emails when I was looking for clients. So this is one of the things that I teach actually. I use cold emails, but there is a specific way to use cold emails using LinkedIn and finding the email of the person that you want to reach and tailoring an email that is personalized on that person and tailoring a content that you will put inside your email for that person. So the only reason why I use cold emails is to find new clients or finding new people I want to collaborate with. Maybe this is the only way. This is the only way I use it. Mostly I warm up my audience first, and then every time that I have to sell something, I just message people in my warm audience.
Amazing, cool. So to really wrap up this episode, is there anything that sort of stands out for you in terms of some tips if they was just getting started on social media?
On social media, all right, interesting. On social media, I would say that it depends obviously on the social media that you're using, but something that I would say to everyone, no matter what social media you're using, is to be persistent every single day. I mean, if you want to use your social media to grow an audience, whether you're using Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or TikTok or whatever you want to use, you need to be constant. You need to post every single day. You have to be there every single day, at least for 6 months. I know that is scary. I know that is challenging and no one wants to do that. But if you do that for a specific amount of time, for let's say minimum 6 months, and every day you're there doing something, even a post, even creating a post or going live or posting an image or of you working or posting a quote, every day you have to post there, and you have to show your audience that you're always there on the field working on your business. And this is the best way to use the social media. I saw it with Facebook, and for me, it worked like this. I started doing Facebook Lives every single day on my group. Right. And since I started with that, I saw that my audience was growing and growing and growing. And even the connection that I have with my audience was getting better and better and better. So it's all about this. It's all about putting down, working for it, and not thinking that there is anything that creates success overnight, because there is nothing like that. You have to work for what you want to achieve. So yeah, this would be the number one advice I would give. Just work on it every single day. At least create some content every single day.
Amazing. So also with creating content every day, I can imagine that's going to get hard by yourself. So how have you sort of progressed from working by yourself as a graphic designer, progressing into being a coach? Have you sort of put a team together now? Or are you still working, solo?
I'm mostly working solo. There are some things that I delegate, but this is something I have to work on in the future. Like I have to delegate more, because I have the same problem that many others have, and it's the fact that I think I'm the best doing the things that I do, right?
Yeah.
I know it's a mistake. I know it's a limitation. And I have to work on this in the future. For now, I'm delegating stuff that I know I'm not good at in those things, and they're not a passion of mine. Like I don't love doing these things, but I know that in the future I have to delegate more and more and more, even things that I like to do, and I think I know how to do them. So it's a work in progress. Thank you very much for the invite, and it was really a great interview, and thanks for the great questions.
Cheers, man. Thank you everyone for watching and listening, and I'll see you on next week's episode. Take care, guys. Hollywood 6.